Australia faces a critical juncture in its approach to immigration. Unlike many other developed nations, we lack a clearly defined immigration target. Instead, we rely on Treasury forecasts, which have proven unreliable in recent years. This absence of a clear vision has created a sense of uncertainty and fueled public debate about the optimal level of immigration. The lack of a target makes it difficult to plan for the future. Infrastructure development, housing supply, and social services all require long-term planning that considers population growth. Without a clear understanding of how many people will be arriving on our shores, it becomes challenging to ensure that our cities and services can cope with the influx. Furthermore, the lack of a target leaves Australia vulnerable to external pressures and lobbying efforts. Various interest groups, each with their own agendas, seek to influence the migration program to serve their specific needs. This can lead to a situation where short-term economic gains are prioritized over long-term social cohesion and sustainability. Ultimately, the absence of a clear immigration target creates an environment of uncertainty and reactive policy-making. It undermines our ability to plan for the future and manage population growth in a way that benefits all Australians. The debate over immigration in Australia is often shaped by powerful voices with vested interests. Universities, for instance, have become increasingly reliant on international student fees. This financial dependence incentivizes them to lobby for higher student visa quotas, often overlooking the long-term implications for housing and employment markets. The Business Council of Australia, representing major employers, also wields considerable influence. They advocate for increased skilled migration to address labor shortages and boost economic growth. However, their focus on immediate economic needs sometimes overshadows concerns about wage stagnation and the potential displacement of local workers. The property industry, too, plays a significant role in shaping the immigration debate. A growing population fuels demand for housing, driving up property prices and benefiting developers. This creates a powerful incentive for the industry to support high immigration levels, even if it exacerbates housing affordability issues for ordinary Australians. These competing interests highlight the need for a nuanced and balanced approach to immigration. While economic considerations are undoubtedly important, they should not come at the expense of social cohesion, environmental sustainability, or the well-being of all Australians. The impact of immigration on Australia's housing market is undeniable. While population growth is not the sole driver of housing unaffordability, it plays a significant role. The current housing crisis, characterized by soaring prices and rental stress, is exacerbated by the mismatch between population growth and housing supply. Net overseas migration has consistently outstripped the construction of new dwellings. This imbalance fuels demand and puts upward pressure on prices, making it increasingly difficult for first-time buyers to enter the market. The situation is further complicated by the influx of student visa holders, many of whom require accommodation in already tight rental markets. The lack of a clear immigration target makes it challenging to forecast future housing needs accurately. This uncertainty hinders the development of effective policies to address the affordability crisis. Without a coordinated approach that aligns immigration levels with housing supply, the dream of home ownership will remain out of reach for many Australians. Moreover, the concentration of migrants in major cities puts additional strain on existing infrastructure and services. Public transport, healthcare, and education systems are all feeling the pressure of rapid population growth, leading to overcrowding and a decline in service quality. Navigating Australia's immigration dilemma requires a multifaceted approach. A crucial first step is establishing a clear and manageable net migration target. This target should be informed by robust economic modelling, infrastructure capacity, and a long-term vision for Australian society. Furthermore, We need to move beyond the current ad hoc approach to immigration policy. Appointing a dedicated Minister for Immigration, separate from the Home Affairs portfolio, would signal a commitment to developing a cohesive and strategic approach to migration management. Reviewing the skills list and addressing the issue of overseas students working in unskilled jobs is also critical. We need to ensure that our immigration program attracts the skills and talents that genuinely benefit the Australian economy, while also providing pathways for skilled migrants to fully utilize their qualifications. Finally, we must prioritize the construction of affordable housing and invest in infrastructure development to support sustainable population growth. By aligning immigration levels with our capacity to provide adequate housing, services, and infrastructure, we can create a more prosperous and equitable future for all Australians.